Whoa, almost missed this baby because I found this baby in the woods in between some rocks. So I'm taking it home and we're gonna fix her up. Maybe I'll make a video about that. De-rust it and degrease. Just get her working again. Clean the bearings out. New handlebars. Make her look nice. That's all. All right. It's a mess. Bolts are all rusted and locked. Got a few of them off. Working on the rest. Gonna put everything into a metal solution.
So at this point, I put everything into a vat of Evapo-Rust I bought from Home Depot, and everything came out pretty clean, as you can see. Everything was very clean, very shiny, and no more rust. That stuff worked pretty well, I must admit. Everything came out as good as I could make it without doing too much work. I didn't want to overwork the project. I just soaked everything for a day or two and then took everything out and rinsed it off, and that's what we got. The deck came out nice and clean, no more rust. It's nice, I love it. All these parts came out clean and I can fold it up again. And by this point, I put on some 110mm wheels just to try them out to see, and they seem to fit on perfect. So I'm just showing you. I put some sandpaper on it, put some new grips on it, and we're ready to roll. So here, back to the video.
All right, here's my Razor Kick A with the upgraded 110mm wheels. You can see where the rust was. Fit on the front, no problem. Perfect amount of clearance, especially right there, as you can see. Plenty of space. No need to file that down. This is where we had the issue. As you can see, what I wound up doing was right here, cutting out some of the top deck just a little bit, maybe like a 1/4 inch with 2 saw marks right there, and then you can bend the piece off pretty easily. It's pretty soft aluminum with the pliers, and it snaps off straight. You file it all down so you can move that back just a 1/4 inch, and then I drilled a hole right next to that one for the brake, and as you can see, the brake works great. The spring and the axle used to be right in the way of the tire. Now there's plenty of room. Might even be able to go bigger someday. Now that I know how, I just may. All right, anyways, got some nice wheels, got some nice new grips. And that's what we're working with. What I also did was bolt this, bolt the deck right to the steering column, so there's no more play in it. Zero play. Nothing moves. The only movement is coming from right there with the aluminum. That's it. We have about that much movement, but it's really nice. There used to be a lot more play in it before. Tighten her up. Nice and solid. All right. Let me know if you got any questions. All right. We're going to see if it fits, because as you can see, it's all we got for clearance. I'm thinking it'll fit, but we have to shave just a little bit off of there. Just a tiny bit, like a millimeter or two, to get it to fit. Not too much. It's welded down there, so we don't want to go too deep into that, but we'll see. Front wheel test. These are beautiful wheels. Beautiful. All right. Let's see. It's just shy of that hole, so we're going to have to file out. We're going to take off some of this. Time for the file. All right, how do you like that for clearance? And there's like a 1/2 millimeter clearance, and it works though. Works great. Look at that spin. All right, all we did was file some of that out. This little pole right there, the end of the pole inside there, and we got her spinning without any friction. Beautiful. All right, on to the back one. Or we could leave it like this and have the mullet bike. It raised the front of the board up a little bit, which is nice. A little more right there in the front. I'm gonna put the big one on the back, I have to. So far we got a mullet Razor A scooter with a 120mm wheel on the front and a 110mm wheel on the back. Oh yeah, not bad for a woods find. Finding this thing in the woods all rusted up. All right, the rear wheel goes on no problem since I already moved the brake back. It's not in the way at all. Probably have a few more millimeters of space back there where the axle is. Plenty of room there. Fits perfectly, perfectly. So we're gonna tighten her up and we'll be done upgrading to the 120s. Doesn't she look beautiful? Both look good. We're gonna enjoy the 120s and get the most scoot per hour power. So the back brake actually works. Can you see the movement? That's all we got. It's like the same amount of space up here as there is the amount of space right there. 1/2 millimeter maybe, but it works, doesn't it? I actually drilled a hole right there and stuck the spring. Stuck the one end of the spring right into the hole right there just to give it more support. Something to really push on so it won't pop out, but as you can see, free spinning wheels, brake worked great. We are good to go. Razor A kick, super upgrade. The only movement we got left, since we bolted it right there, is movement of the handlebars. Pretty sure that's coming from, yeah, as you can see where it's coming from, right at the neck right here. But it's not bad. We don't mind that, probably because I bent it. All right, we're recording, and here she is. A little bit small for me.
Let me get out here a little bit. Let me get on the new asphalt where it's a little smoother. Oh yeah, it's all about riding on the new asphalt over here. Figured this would be a nice little test, you know. Now we'll get on the rough stuff. Oh, this is rough. Really rough, I tell you. But, yeah, it's a pretty cool little scooter, I must say. You know, you gotta get down to the woods to drink. This is a perfect set of wheels. Kinda gets you there a little quicker than walking. Kinda easy, you know. Slam the brakes. So this is it. I mean, what else do you want? One scooter down, we got another one coming. Stay tuned if you wanna see another one. See the whole process this time. So yeah, I like it. Probably give it away. Give it to somebody who needs it. You know what I mean? Somebody else could use this other than me. I don't really need it, so definitely gonna give it away at some point. Look at that, brakes work, everything. Great, even did a nice skid in the sand. How awesome. So yeah, that's all. It's pretty cool. It's almost like it has a motor, but it doesn't. It's almost like it has a invisible motor. Man, wouldn't this be cool if it had power and it was this lightweight? Let's hit the bump. So yeah, anyways, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. This has been yours truly with another great video. Remember, I got another scooter coming, so stay tuned for more. Getting dark, I know. I don't have any more daylight here in the winter up north. It sucks. How does this thing do over bumps and rocks? Not bad. Here's the sewer. This thing's kind of sketchy. All right, yeah, that's a little sketchy. Let's hit it this way. Yeah, that's sketchy AF, but you know, if you're a little kid, you don't care. You can just kind of 1-foot it and take the weight off when you need to. You get a lot more scoot for your money with these bigger wheels, and they can handle the rougher stuff a little better, I think, than the smaller ones, so pretty cool. Gonna have to give this thing away, so if you want it, let me know. I'll ship it to you, no problem. Or if you're local, you can have it, give it to your kid, you know? This would be good for a little kid or somebody. Remember, I bolted it here so it doesn't fold. But this does work, the handlebars go down. Should I ride it like this? All right, now we're cooking. This is how you ride this puppy. It's a nice tiny little kid scooter. Works great though, bigger wheels. It's better than the original. I don't like hitting bumps with these hard wheels. They need to be inflated. This is just too vibrational. All right guys, if you watched and made it this far, thanks for watching and come back for the next video.